What's happening, guys? We're here in Macomb Township, 26 and Romeo Plank in the Bellagio subdivision, looking at a project that we had to do a nice repair on, retaining wall, taking it down because it wasn't built properly, and we came into so many different problems. The wall is all glued, so they had to break all this wall apart, clean it, scrape it, and now we're rebuilding the wall on the right foundation. We're putting the clear stone and the drain tile in so you don't have hydrostatic pressure and all those things that come with these retaining walls, and showing you how to repair a project and repair it properly. We're gonna walk over here. Just gonna show you the job site, how we keep it. We're gonna meet Alejandro, which is, again, Luis and Alejandro are who trade our work. They're the ones that trade all of our people. So all these new up-and-comers that you see, these are the guys that are trained by Alejandro, Luis, Larry. These guys are really making great foremen. So what you see here, just to show you, is this is our clean stone. Why do they call it clean stone? It's angular. So this is angular stone. It promotes drainage. There's no fines in it. And we put this behind the wall. And the reason we do that is when the water, we want the water to be able to go and perk up into the drain tile system and then flow out the wall system. So that's what this clear stone is. We call it clear stone, clean stone. There's a bunch of different names for it, but this is beautiful stone. And this is a stone we prefer to use behind your wall system to allow, again, to alleviate that hydrostatic pressure that you get on these wall systems that push them down. A lot of guys will just build with glue. They'll use 4-inch block and they fail prematurely, and it always fails prematurely because you don't have the wall tied back and you don't have drain tile behind it. So we want our projects to last a lifetime, and that's how we go approach these projects and build them. And we're gonna see one that's being taken apart right now and see the difference of why you should build it right the first time. Follow me to the back. As you can see, this is where we're accessing the property. Really no damage to the site. Very mindful of what we're doing here, and we're at somebody's house. So we're gonna do this project, and when we're done, you're gonna see it where it doesn't even look like we were here. This project it's a monster project. And as you can see, they have all the cuts lined out so they know where to place this back in their work area. The blocks going in with the pin system. So they're gonna pin that wall back. And I'm gonna introduce you to Alejandro. Alejandro, do you have a sec? So here's a wonderful part of our company, Alejandro. Just like Luis, he's the one that trains the guys. He's the one that takes on those more complex, difficult projects because number one, he's great at what he does. He does it in such a manner that he's cool, he's calm, he's collective. On this particular project, what he's run into already is, it would throw off most people, not him. They just get a job done and they go into it and they tackle it with these wonderful group of men. What have you experienced so far in this project?
So far, they put this sticky glue on them. So as soon as we try to take them off, I don't know if you can see some of the coping came apart.
Coping, see, so them just trying to get that coping off, it's all, the glue that they use, they put a glue in, but nothing else to support it. This is what happens when you just build with glue. And not that the base was wrong, but they made no accounts for ties. They made no accounts for the pins that he's putting in here. So a project that we thought we were just gonna be able to take apart, right? Mm-hmm. Ended up having to be spending hours getting this block to separate, because this is all of this was glued in place. So literally chiseling every single block. We have it on our Facebook page just showing this block. And if you notice, that's what they're doing is cleanup detail. So what they've done is they staged this project, and they're putting all the cut pieces back together, they're laying it out so it all goes back together properly. So it's not just a matter of taking brick out and putting it back in. That's why you even noticed, you see how this is all laid out right here. This is how this is gonna go back. So it's not like throwing brick into a pile and then hoping that it goes back the same way. It will go back the same way, because we got a guy like this here and these wonderful gentlemen that he gets to work with every single day. Some of the hardest working guys you'll ever see. Diligent, polite, respectful. I mean, that's it. And just, you can see he comes with a smile of service. He's here to help, he's here to serve. And there's nothing more wonderful than that. Not to mention, I'm gonna throw a few more things in here. In the wintertime, he does our fabrication and welds with our mechanic. So this gentleman here is so versatile and so amazing, has so many skills. It's unbelievable. And you're gonna see Moises, who you saw on the other project with Luis. He had Moises, but this is another young up and coming foreman who's being trained under Alejandro, and he's got to see Luis. All the guys have pretty much seen all the way the foremen work, and they get this experience that they get with these gentlemen teaching them, showing them, letting them make some mistakes, but then making sure that they correct it and making sure the homeowner is happy with it as well. So we're gonna let's walk this way real quick, because I wanna go around the project just so you can see how they keep, look at this work site. I mean, this is, I have a smile from ear to ear. Look at this work site.
It's a little wet right here.
It's a little wet right here. Let's get back here. So what we're seeing here is these block, again, he's already cleaned these block. He's had to dig out and remove all of this stuff. Here's some unbelievable gentlemen here as well. Look at how heavy these block are. And see, there's the pin. So the pin in this wall back, and they're obviously going to rebuild this. Pretty impressive. This is a pretty new job, because this sub isn't that old. But what else do you experience on your typical jobs with the neighbors and everybody else that you have to deal with as well?
Yeah, the neighbors. Some of the neighbors, they're very picky with their spaces.
Sure.
So we have to figure where to put all the dirt, all the gravel, all the pavers, our trucks, our little equipment. So sometimes we have to figure or even move our truck like far away from the job site. So some of the neighbors like can be happy or cannot be mad at us. So, and try to clean the space as clean as possible and sweep every day. We finish, we sweep the street, we clean the grass, and we try to keep all the job site clean.
And that's why you want someone like this, someone like these guys on your job site. Not everybody works the same. Not everybody does it the same. But I can tell you, when you hire our company, you want a guy like this. You want a guy like Luis, you want a guy like Larry, you want a guy like Diego, Alberto, Noe, Mackay, Lopez. These are the guys you want on your job site, because they're running your job site as if it were their own home. And they also understand the construction, no matter what it is it's invasive on the homeowner. So we want to make sure that not only do we do this project for them, but we don't have all of their neighbors upset with them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really managing almost the neighborhood, at least a few doors this way, a few doors this way, across the street, keeping in communication with the neighbors to make sure that they're happy as well. And that's what he does every day with a smile. Every day with a smile. I have a smile on my face because literally these are the best of the best. And I'm blessed to work with people like this every single day.
Yep.
And I appreciate all your hard work. The last few jobs he's been on, we've encountered more surprises, and he's been doing this many, many years. It's like 3 or 4 in a row where The last project that we just put in, beautiful champagne oaks project that we put in courtyard, we ended up taking the courtyard out and literally there's a tree underneath it. So we had to excavate a whole tree, the roots, everything that was underneath this project, another unforeseen circumstance. So when it comes to brick paver repairs especially, it's always best to get it done right the first time. And if you don't get it done right the first time, hire us to make it right. So that way you don't have to continually be a residual client that has to have things repaired every couple years, where you get a structural repair like this, like these gentlemen are doing right now. Thank you. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned as we continue to make more content. We're gonna dive a little deeper into a life of Alejandro and a life of our gentleman here as we do these weekly, where we're gonna follow them around for a whole day and see exactly what they go through in a day. From the trials and tribulations, we wanna show all of it to the successes. Have a wonderful day.